Whew. Why do you dread your hair? Why do you dread your hair? It's so cool. That question confuses me. I don't know if you're saying my hair is cool undreaded or it's cool because it's dreaded. There were a few reasons why I decided to dread my hair. Firstly, I went through, especially when I finished high school, I couldn't find a hairstyle that felt like me. So I was constantly changing the kind of haircuts. It even went really short. I'll never do that again. I looked like my brother. I looked like a man, or a boy, should I say. Um, so I struggled, yeah, to find something that felt like it was expressing who I am. And I don't like the hair flying around and touching. Oh, that used to frustrate me a lot. So I would end up tying my hair most of the time because I don't like that. Um, and then when I did wear my hair loose, it took for hours like to straighten it. Ugh, no, it was a lot of maintenance. And I'm not that kind of high maintenance type of person. So yeah, it took me when I just first thought of it, I think it took me like a year or so like from the idea to actually doing it. Um, and then I did research, finding out how to maintain it, how to clean it, all these things about dreads. And then I would physically speak to people that I know that have dreads, that like, oh, okay, what's it like to have dreads, and how do they maintain it? How do they clean it? Whatever. But most of the time, they would, like, the biggest thing was like the judgment. They would say, no, like, a lot of people just judge you, or they'll just assume you're a Rasta because you have dreads. And back then, weed wasn't legal and stuff. So I think people with dreads would often get stopped by cops and stuff back in the day. Um, and I'm a person who was used to getting judged and stuff anyway. So I'm like, okay, that doesn't bother me. And then I would go through like Caucasian people with dreadlocks, like pictures, and see like what it looks like and what I would prefer. And I really like the style of it, like not being done in the front, but the rest dreaded. I thought that was also a good idea for times where I don't maintain my hair. I wouldn't want like ugly, like untidiness in the front here. So that's why I kept this part. And I also found out in spiritually, like your hair is your antenna to the universe. So if you dread your hair, it gives it more conduction, if I can say. So you basically will communicate with the environment differently with different hairstyles. And I thought that was very interesting. So yeah, those were all the reasons, if I can think, why I got dreads. I have been going through a time of like, do I undo them? Do I start them again? Because my dread lady would really like to start them again. But that process of taking them out, because I cut them, she said I'd be able to, it would take a lot of coconut oil and stuff, but she said I'd be able to take them out and then just get a nice cut, and then she said she can restart them for me. But I don't know. I don't know. I have moments where I like, maybe I should just go like with my natural hair for a little bit before I redo them. And then I don't know. And then I also noticed I have like this, like, how do I say? I prefer the look of my dread. Oh, thank you, Durkee, for the love. So I prefer like how my hair looks in terms of like the fullness when my hair isn't maintained, right? So the last time I maintained my hair was in March. So I kind of like that lion's mane thing. But when I'm trying to look neat, like maybe I don't know if you'll see it now, but let's see. But like, there's a lot of, obviously, like, let me take this out the way. There's like a lot of loose hair in between. You're not really seeing it now. But I know whenever I try and look neat, like, now my hair is just looking beautiful. Just trust me, guys. When I'm trying to look neat, or I don't know, I seem to have a problem with it. So when I maintain my dreads, I like how neat and tidy they look and feel, but they look so empty, and I don't like that you can see gaps in between my hair when they've been maintained. So I'm really trying to decide what I want to do with my hair lately. I'm thinking that maybe I should just get into maintaining it myself again, because they're not as long as they used to be. It should be a little bit easier, but I don't know. And also, if I don't get them maintained for too long, then they start going like flat towards my head. Okay, you can't see it. Why do I look so beautiful? But yeah, like towards my head, they'll start going flat instead of round, and then I don't like the way that looks on my head. Because yeah, it will look like I have a flat head, and then it's just like poofy. So yeah, I gotta figure out what I wanna do. And my dreadlock lady, she lives in Cape Town, so yeah, when I have the budget to go to Joburg and get it maintained and meet her up when she's in Joburg, that's when I go. And I won't just go to anyone because I've had a bad experience going to like a random person to maintain my hair. And for months, guys, I was doing this and hair was just coming out. And there were even dreads that eventually like broke off. So yeah, I'd rather just not maintain my hair if I'm gonna go to a random person. I'm still shivering and I feel like it really isn't that cold. Maybe it's just the car. I don't know.